I mean, recording started.
Yep.
All right, I think we can start. So welcome you all in the Optimizely community meetup. I guess this is the first for the year 2025. So here we have our guest like Sanjay. He is going to walk us through with his experience on Optimizely SaaS and the web experimentation. So we are going to start with the introduction of the team, who is like the part of the organizer team of the Optimizely user group India. And I will start with myself. I'm solutions architect at RightPoint. You all know me, like I'm sixth time Optimizely MVP. I'm SME as well, and I'm also certified in CMS and uh, commerce Optimizely. And I have around 12 years of experience, total experience, and around from 2017, I am totally focusing on Optimizely practice. So next, Sunil, you can give your intro.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Praful. Hello, everyone. I am Sunil Kumar from Jaipur, and I have around 15 years of technical experience, primarily in .NET and digital experience platforms. I am currently working as a solution architect at RightPoint, focusing on Optimizely commerce projects, and I'm Optimizely CMS and commerce certified developer. And thank you all for joining us today.
Mega.
Hello everyone. So myself Megha Singh Rathore, and I'm currently working as a full stack developer with a total of 4 years of experience in the current company, and all of which I have involved working with Optimizely with the same experience. I'm an Optimizely CMS Pass certified developer and have contributed to several CMS implementations as well. So yeah, thank you everyone and welcome.
Cool. With that, over to you, Sanjay. You can share your screen and like you can start with your formal introduction, and then we can walk. You can walk us through with the presentation.
Thank you, Prabhu, and thanks for nice introduction. Let me share my screen. Share screen is disabled for me. I'm not sure why. Can you allow me?
1 second. Is there a request coming from your end? Like,
Now I
Can
can
you
get it.
can you
I
try?
got it.
Okay.
Okay, once again, thank you all of you, and let me start. So I would like to give some brief about the today's topic. So today's topic is optimizely CMS SaaS and web experimentation. The topic is a little bit walkthrough, like how we can start with the optimizely and how we can enable the web experimentation feature. So my name is Sanjay Kumar, and I am working as a technical architect at Altudo, and I recently joined the Altudo, and I have more than 15 plus experience in this .NET industries with the optimizely experience, including and overall optimizely experience around I have the 6+ year experience, and I'm the OMBP since 2022. So I'm also got nominated for this year. So totally you can say 4 time I'm recognized with this title. And I'm also CMS and Commerce certified developer, and uh, giving some, you know, giving some our expertise in this Optimizely and .NET field. So moving over the agenda. So we already described like what was the our what is the expectation, what we are going to learn here. So expectation is, again, we are going to see the optimizely headless CMS SaaS, and we will see some about over the overview plus some important key features, and also how we can deploy our first application over the Vershale. And I will present some, how you can go with this one, and including this one, the enablement of the experimentation feature with a few key feature introduction and integration with the headless. So these are the not a big challenge we are we are going to present here. It is simple steps we are going to follow up, and most of the things we are not. I'm going to try to cover the application that I have built as a demo, and I will give you some step-by-step walkthrough how you can start. So moving on our first discussion, like optimizely CMS SaaS. So what is the optimizely CMS SaaS? You heard, lots of like they have the segregated the optimizely expertise in numbers of the variations. So first is the CMS SaaS and the CMS PaaS and Commerce Connect, configured commerce, web experiment, feature experiment. So number of the flavors are under the optimizely, and the CMS is the CMS is like first instance where the we start our for development point of view, and it is also like the first we can say starting point for to create the contents over the optimizely and deploy over the DXP platform. But here the optimizely CMS SaaS is flexible headless content management system that enables centralized content creation, seamless distribution across multiple platforms. So what does mean? The first thing, like you can create your content without on like in decoupled mode, means you can create your content in backend, and you can run your application in native application or like in web application form, and you can serve your content optimizely uh, from optimizely CMS on multiple platform. And this digital experience independent and presentation layer. Why we are saying that this digital experience independent? Because these days they have offered the last development effort. They can create the content, author self create the contents, and they can easily you can say one click deployment. They can trigger, they can publish their content, or they can also create your content in multiple ways, and they can also basically this is like less development if I to going with this way. So what's the key features? If we talk about the key features, so first is the cloud native API first headless CMS. So cloud native, like we can deploy over the DXP and API first approach. It means this is the dependent in we can serve the content via the API, and this is the headless. We can build the head in the React Next.js or any like native application. If you are going to target the iOS, we can serve the content through the content delivery APIs, and they can directly like we can build up the the APIs, and they can directly consume these APIs to fetch the content from our CMS platform. So similarly delivered as full management software as a service. This like software as a service, if you would like to enhance, then go with the development phase. Otherwise you can create your content itself under the CMS. Automatic updates and patches, there is no further requirement for the development to there is no dependency to update your new packages. This is already take care by the optimizely. So optimizely will take care all these things. Faster time market with modern development stack. Whatever the new feature will become, you can easily use. Like for example, if they would like to target the integration with some AI tools, they can then optimizely automatically enable for you. Maybe few steps required for the enablement, but This is the modern development tool where you can build, and they are also offering like visual editor. That is a great UI, a great UI editor tool where you can build your pages. And architecture, how it's based. So I have driven here like microservices based this architecture they are right now following. Headless content delivery. They are using content graph. We can deliver our content via the content graph and via the REST API. Decouple, you can I already explained like you can choose your own front end and you can build, but there are some limitation might be happen, it depend on the deployment, what front end application like React or Next.js maybe, and the other JS platform we need to first check like the capability with the or the DXP and the other platform that supports their deployment before to start your development. Content management feature, you can easily manage your contents. You can this is you can configure multiple sites under this hood. You can there is a project and versioning support for collaboration, like you can maintain your versions for this one. And developer experience point of view, if we talk about here, then this is the extensible and customizable using the Optimizely API integrated friendly via APIs and webhook. Ideal use cases when we will when you recommend to the customer, enterprise needs agility with a low IT overhead, as I explained, organization adopting modern headless architectures, team focus on the content first and omni-channel strategies. So these are the few idea when you will shove these types a platform to the client. So before to start over the deployment, here are few prerequisites and version deployment step, like I have listed here, requesting an optimizely CMS instance using this using. So first, when you will would like to start in the Optimizely SaaS platform, you need to reach out to the Optimizely support to create for one instance for you. And then you can log in, and then you can start building your application. I will give you some the background. I will show you how what I'm talking here. Ensure you have a GitHub account for the deployment. Ensure you have the hobby plan for at least for development point of view to deploy your changes over the virtual, and validate and SaaS instance access using the Opti ID. So once you will get the access, then you require to validate these details on visiting on home.optimizely.com. So uh, here is the Versace deployment. So before to start or this one, let me go with uh, this wrapper. Okay, so this is the start kit we can say, and if you see here, www.optimizely.com get started. So and also if you grab this URL, you will see the CMS SaaS Vercel demo. Means they are Remcos has created one vanilla platform which we can utilize to deploy over the Vercel, and there is a few steps that we require to follow up. But before to start over the deployment, I would like to show you the Optimizely platform. Like once you will receive the Opti ID, then you request to visit over the home.optimizely, and you will. I'm under this Alturo.lcc because I am the part of this organization right now. So I have access, and if I click here, then also I can log in like Optimizely Word organization, because this is right now centralized. We can use our one Opti ID to log in into our in this platform plus the Optimizely Word organization. There's no segregation between login, so we can use one. And secondly, if you see this one, there are some the platform that I have. This is enabled for me. One is the I'm not going to dive. Here are a few I'm going to highlight. The content management system. Here is the three instance: test one, test two, and production environment. And content marketing platform. This is the for promotion and our promotion the things and running some campaign. You can use this content marketing platform, data platform, Opal reporting. These are features are enabled for me, but our intention is I have choose this content management system. So you can, if I select here and this click on this one, then this page will be open. So here I have set up on the Mozi Bank application that is it's for start kit. And if you see, like, why I was talking about the risk tax experience and what's the build visual, like visual builder. If you see, this is the Mozi Bank. If I hover here, you can have the blank experience. Blank experience is the default, template type where you, or you can treat as a phase, where you can create the create your component. So if I talk about this insight, this is also uh, the blog news paper. Let's go in on the home page first. So Mozi Bank, this is the blank experience. If you see the properties, so number of the properties are automatically they are providing here for the SEO related. And also if I hover on this section, you see these are the properties are tightly. So you can create your own section. Okay, you just require to click on this like in this here add section and add shared blog. So once you will click the add section block and you can drag your content, you can write up your let's example if I click on this one. So you can define column one, heading one, row, column, article list, what article list you would like to. Under the article list, we have defined three number of item and that what's the topic. So this is giving you, great features to create your content on without taking without without taking help from the developer point of developer side. But the other hand, if you would like to if you would like to build up, if you would like to extend the feature, then they are already, supporting our the existing feature. Let's example the blocks or pages. If I talk about this one, the difference is here. If you when I clicked on this page, this is the blog post type page, and when I'm clicking here, there's no property. The properties means automatically, you can see all are listed here instead under the one of the section. So here you can easily similar structure you can create with the help of the with the developer team. And if you would like to extend further further the blog or the or what we can say the components, then you can do not require the the to development team. You just simply uh, you can you just simply add and add the section under the black experience. But if you would like to extend few things, let's example if I this is the added okay text block. When you will install this Mozi Bank packages, then you will not see this subheading. This is I have added myself. Why? Because I would like to display like we can extend the existing features. So how you can extend the exist feature? Let's go. And before to deployment, let me go under the my GitHub. I'm just trying to save my time and what like development effort or timing. I just deploy this application. If I talk about the PR, I would like to display here like what is 1 second. No, not this one. Sorry, this is my okay. So I have hosted this Opti CMS SaaS demo over the version from this Ramco app, from this RAM using this Ramco GitHub details. I will explain, because this is the part of our session, how we can give a deployment. But before to dive on this one, let me open my PR, which is sitting under the close status. So what I'm trying to, explain here, let's example, if you would like to, extend, if you would like to extend the block and that block doesn't have this subheading, you can go into the content type under the settings, and here is the text block. If I type here the text block, and I have created this property, the subheading, using this add heading property, and this is the our I I have defined like what's the type and how it will be, what's the as per requirement. Basically, you can create your own property, and how you can integrate with the SaaS. So here is the I have simple few steps which I have used. So let's example, if I start from the this rendering, because we require to display this field in our IT as well in the UI side. So here, if we require to display this subheading in subheading in the on the page. So that's why I have created updated this index.tsx. This is under the text block. If you follow the structure of the front end SRC component, CMS component, whatever the path, and you require to put here the text block heading, and there is some step that we require to follow. So what is this that one? So let's example, this is the text block component GraphQL. We required to GraphQL. To update this one, we require to write some definition here. This is just some for the schema purpose, and this is the GraphQL schema. This is the layout. We have added the same property as a heading, and I have introduced my subheading. And if I go here, the GraphQL TS, this is a little bit, maybe you will see a little bit more difference, but if you compare this one, I have added these properties. So simple, I have just followed this structure, and the function. If I go into the function, there are some massive things, but you can ignore this one. You can go with once you will download, clone the repo locally, and then you can dig like how they have structured the component in Next.js application. And this is the client.ts file where we have defined like the GraphQL instance like to connect. This is the text block heading, and this is the text block subheading. So this is I have introduced here. So the thing is like I have created a extra field to display you guys like how you can modify the existing when you are going to create a new field or going to introduce. So similarly, you need to follow for to extend the existing component. If you are going to create a new component, then definitely you need to follow up the Next.js, the pattern, the component type, layout, whatever the things, GraphQL schema to update to build up your new component, and then require to republish. So let's talk about now the publishing step. So one second. So this is the GitHub, CMS file repos that I have already listed here. So what's the steps? Here the few steps I'm going to walk through. First thing, we need to visit on this Ramco's GitHub account, and then we require to, if I go into and down, you can see all the configuration here. They are well defined, and here is the key. And if I go, one second. Sorry. One second, let me copy this URL, server CMS virtual demo. So when I copied, this is in my GitHub account, the same code, only the difference is the block. So if you see here is the deployment key, deployment button is visible. When I click on this deployment, and this is the Vercel deployment, so that's why it is targeting our the Vercel.com. And this is my account from Git, and this is the OptiCMS demo. When I say this is I was talking about the plan. So this is the under the Vercel.com. My account is under the hobby plan. So if I try to create, one second. because I have already deployed, might be that's the problem. Yeah, because I have already created, so let me try from maybe here. Anyway, so first thing, like, this is already defined. So if I go into, this is my GitHub, and this is the target, the GitHub, and this is the private repository that is already exist, because this is, you see the specific name already used. If I go, let's try to click on the demo one. It is asking me the optimizely CMS URL, graph key, secret, graph API key, single key. This first on the first stage, and how you will grab these one. You require to, this is the optimizely CMS URL. Then that will should be your CMS URL. And if I go on to the dashboard, you see the graph keys. Here is the graph keys. So API keys, secrets keys, and single key. These are the key you can grab from your instance and then copy paste here and hit the deployment. It will hardly take like max 5 or to 10 minutes to give to deploy your changes, because this is already deployed. So let me go into the virtual account. So this is the Vercel account, and the changes is already deployed. If you see the main branch and the other thing, I have redeployed all the redeployment instances here. So you can easily redeploy your changes after, pushing under the Git. And and this is the main branch. This is the main branch. That is the our Git branch. So it will be automatically redeployed. So what does mean? The Git have tightly coupled with our personal deployment. And if you are going to hit this redeployment, all the latest changes will deploy over the Vercel. And how you will see this is when you click on this the domains, and then you will redirect on the site that you are seeing into this instance, like when I was clicking on this CMS. Okay, so this is the step. And now you can give a deployment with yourself. And if you have any problem, you can directly reach out to me for assistance for optimizely CMS deployment over the Vercel. And now now we will talk about the web experiment. Yeah, I will give you some overview about the experiment feature. So what is what is the web experiment and why we required? So, when we work on the content, and we think the content is like, as per our assumption, like the content is looks great in the button styling, whatever the UI thinks, we think these are the great, but we don't have the choice to, to compare with the number of variations for the same page. Let's for example, one page have the, like, button, home page, and image. Sorry, on the home page we have the one header section. Let's talk about, like, under the header we are showing some text and the images, but in left right position. But which one is the best? It is centered text, or it is left, or it is right? Like, how you can decide? So web experiment give you facilities. You can create your, numbers of the variations, and these variation will help you can run, you can run and then decide which one is the best. And on basis of that, on giving the conversions rates and the metrics, you can decide which we can offer to the public audience. And I will give you some, the background. So this is the like little bit about the web experiment, but this is the simplest part, but we can extend as per the commerce point of view as well. So here we are going to talk about the simple A/B testing, like we can target some content and the pages. So Optimizely Web Experiment is a powerful platform designed to help turn team to run A/B test, multivariate tests, and personalize on website without heavy developer involvement. So you can decide, you create numbers of the flares. What are the key features? So first is the visual editors. Non-technical user can make these changes web pages without coding. Drag and drop interface for creating experiment quickly. When you will integrate the web, uh, these uh, these web experiment, you will see your contents under the web experiment features, and then you can decide, and you can take help from the visual editor, that is inbuilt, and decide how your content will be look like. So here we have like a few things like A/B and multivariate testing. Run classic A/B test and multivariate test to compare multiple variation of elements. Support server side and client side testing. So that's the main key. Targeting and personalization. You can target your audience or like localization based and behavior based and device based, like the iOS user or like desktop users or like Android users. So you can give and traffic source, like what's the traffic source, like where from they are coming. Like if let's example, someone is coming from the LinkedIn post or someone is coming from the like other social network platform on your site. So you can segregate your like audience, uh, you can track, like I have to, and then you can also increase your the increase the contents, we are on depend on audience. So experimentation across the full stack. So these are integrated with the optimizely full stack for backend experience, APIs, logic, pricing, etc. Ideal for headless for decoupled architecture. Here we are going to present. So feature flagging, this is turn and off, on and off feature, performance optimization, robust integration, developer friendly. So these are the key feature of our web experiment. How you would like to integrate. So this is the simple step. I have grabbed some few things here, but let's deep dive, like how you can pick this value. So first thing, uh, where should I start? So we require to clone our repo. Okay, so if I let me open my Visual Studio Code, which I have the repo which I have cloned, and how I have enabled this, web experimentation, and from where I have grabbed this the web experimentation key. So I just want to make sure that I am on the right. Sorry, this is my wrong repo. One second. So here are, one second. I think I have moved my application at the last moment at different place. So sorry about that. Let me see. I got it. Okay, here we go. So this is the integration. I was talking about the optimizely CMS URL that I pointed. This is the URL that I require to So first thing, like how you can start from the local. So once you will download this repo or Ramco's repo on your machine, you require to to stable your local development. So that's why require we need to introduce this environment dot local. This is as a app setting you can say uh, that we required here and for local development. And here like if you would like to integrate your local development with the optimizely instance that optimizely give you access, here you require to you, use that URL here under which instance you are going to point your local environment, and you can see your changes or like behaviors directly into the into the SaaS instance for the targeted SaaS instance. And these are the key. That's why I have enabled the graph key. So these are the keys that I have enabled for here. And this is the web experimentation feature. Previously, what we did for the pass, we copied the JS script and pasted over the head. But this is already, this script is already has been written. If you will debug the DOM, you will find out this using this value. You will see like this is the same JS script they are calling via the code. But what we just required to copy we just required to enable this key, and plus we require to paste our the feature and then redeploy our. Once you will push, then we will required go with the redeployment buttons that I have shown you, under the Vercel, and we just require to hit that one. Then your web experimentation will be enabled on the virtual environment. So how you will grab this value? So we require to log in into the web experimentation. So once you can, this is not, that's the right screen. So if I go here, web experimentation, it's taking time. Okay, so previously we have, here's the difference into the domain. This is the app.optimizely.com, So we will get this URL for to enable our web experiment and feature experiments. So we are talking here the web experiment. So that's why we required, and we were talking about the settings. So I was talking about this key. This is the project ID. Okay. So, and this is about the script. You are working into the pass application. That is not, uh, in Next.js, or you have, tightly coupled or a headed architecture. You just require to copy this script in under the head tag, and then you require your integration will be enabled with this web experimentation feature. So this is the experimentation feature we are going to talk. You can grab this value and you can paste into in the key into your development environment, and you can redeploy. And after the redeployment, the optimizely web experiment feature will be enabled on into your application. Now we will talk. Now we will talk how we can utilize this one. So I will give you some intro about the basic things, but this is not like limit. Again, this is not limited. We will I will try to cover in the upcoming session, but I'm just for a starting point of view, I have created few implementation. So if I go into the implementation, under the implementation you will decide whatever. Okay, so these are the few things which I have already created. I will give you some the 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 running experiment, and how I have built up. So if I talk about the create, let's try to create a new page. So if I create the new page or events or something, we require to come here. So first thing, if we talk about the target for the one of the page, then we require to click on this button, and then we require to give the name, the URL, editor URL means you require to give the complete URL of your site, or not the site, but basically the page as well, or site if we talk, then it will comment or the home page. So you require to provide the complete URL under the editor URL to enable editing feature under the visual editor builder. If there is a mismatch, then might be you will face some issue. You can't uh, see your component into the visual view. So that's why we recommend here. We require to put the complete URL. These are the page settings, like how you would like to run this like how you would like to set up your page for the web experimentation feature. So here is the some immediate check condition ensuring the page is loaded. So what does mean? It will like once the page will start crawling, the this whatever you have right up here, it will be enabled as per the settings. And this is and some other condition, I'm not going to the deep dive, but we are going to run our experiment immediate. So that's why will keep selecting this immediately. And after that, we will talk about this URL. Okay, so simple match, you extract exact match, substring match, and regular expression match. I will describe like what does mean. You know, so simple match, like let's cancel this one. I am going to give you some existing page example. So this is my editor URL. This is the complete the URL of the application, means this is the home page URL. We are going to target here the home page. So this is that's why you are not seeing the other segments. And these value will automatically fulfill because this will be automatically titling up when you will run your experiment, or when you will create this one, then these key will automatically generate, and it means these keys will help to track your this page experimentation. So what is the simple match? Simple match is simple match is just when we are if you think you are going to target only one page, then just put your name, the complete URL here. Okay, and then you can create this one, and it means we are going to target uh, home page or home page for the web experimentation. So useful for testing a single page. Exact match, I will talk about the little bit exact match as well, or like substring match. So let me cancel it out. So these are the simple step, okay? And if we talk about the cancel step, and if let's go under the services. So substring match means if let's open this page. Services means this is not a single service. This page is going to offer multiple services. So how you can target other other pages that are sibling of these pages. So let's example, if we talk about the loan or credit card or checking, then we if you would like to target all the sibling pages that have the services segment in the URL, then you just require to put the services, whatever the value come after this services in the URL, that then we require to match the substring match. So it will be also track your loan. It will also track your experiment for credit card. It will also track for the savings. So whenever, so what is so here, if you see, this is the loans page I have targeted here, but I can also target the service. So that's why I have matched here the services. So it means the loans, credit cards, whatever the pages afterwards, it will be covered. So that's the substring match. It when you are going to target page more than pages for the segments. So and what about the exact match? If we talk about the exact match, then I think the same one. Let me open it. So if I click on this exact match, we need to pass our uh, we need to pass the complete page. Why when it will help? Let's example. When you will, let's take example, if I have hosted one campaign, like for the meetup, I have given the page into the into the social media account, like in my social media account under the LinkedIn, and when user will visit onto the meetup, then we can check the source of that page, like where it's come from. So what does mean? You can also type like you can target the source like UTM underscore source, like whatever the like Wave or LinkedIn, whatever you can target, and you can also define the other parameter values here. But this will work, this will give you output once it exactly match. If there is like mismatch, if you are hit this URL, you are not coming from the any source, then this will not work. So that's why to target any particular audience, if you or like source for the like the visitors are visiting our site, we can use this exact match. So this is the exact match features, and but under the exact match we have some limitation, like might be let me go again, maybe let me try this one. It is a substring, but if I go into the exact match, and if I talk about, if I talk about the exact mental, let's example UTSM UTS UTM underscore source. Let's example this is our key, and we can say the web. And now if I say another key, that is we are also target, this is the coming from the campaign. So let's example this is the campaign and value is the A. We require the complete match. But what happened, like if the parameters is supplying like UTM underscore camp is in the beginning, and UTF source UTF and source in the last, and we will then this URL will not track. So what does mean? This is the if the parameters or the value is suffering into the URL, then we are losing our visitor tracking. So how you can fix this issue? So you can simply convert this into the simple match URL. You just require to convert into the simple match, and you just require to add again the simple match here, and we will say here, we will select here the substring UTSM is equal to web. And let me again here, if I talk about the UTS underscore campaign or source, sorry, source LinkedIn. Okay, let's example. So if we write, and again, this will be the substring, don't forget about it. This will be the simple match, but the substring can be shuffle, so you can require to create, and you require to save this space against to cover cover the tracking behavior, which is not fulfilled under the exact match. So this is the way, I'm not going to create here due to time constraint, but this is the overview, like what is the difference between simple match, we just require to put one URL, exact match, the complete with the parameters, and the substring match helps when if let's example, uh, you know, uh, like after the insights, if if the after insights, any page is crawling, then we are going to track. It is also helping the in tracking your sources, which is not fulfilled into our exact match. So these are the three uh, simple, the page condition that we can create. And next is the regular expression. So regular expression, you require to put some regular expression to accomplish your pattern of your URL to track your audience. So this is the simple one. Now we talk about the events. This is the event session. So here we have created some events. Here the capture all events and secondary button. So here is the example. I have clicked on the create an event, and then I have targeted this capture all click event and second. I have targeted this button sent secondary. This is the home page, and this is the button secondary selector. So if you selected this is the button, okay, and when I will click on the same, then it will track when someone click on this button. Okay, so these are the events which I have created. I would like to display a few more. Here is the primary button, so why, which one is anyone like primary? This is the, I believe this is the primary, but these are the secondary button. So in previous, page was example to target your secondary pages events, secondary buttons event to track who has clicked, like how many audience has been clicked on the and what how many audience has been click on the primary. So these are the simple click events that I have created. This is the home one. Ignore this one. So this is the page view, which we have created under the page section, and these are the you know click events, so that's we have created, and these we are going to track. So similarly here I have created for services. I have created for the insight. These are the page view. I haven't created any click event for this one. So only I have created click events for home page to track the users behavior. So once you complete this, the page creation and event creation. Now we require to target the audience type, like which audience you are going to target for these pages. So these pages we have created, so let's example, I already created a direct traffic audience here. You can create your own audience from creating on the create a new audience, put the name, select the standard visitor. Here are some visitor behavior. So I am just going to a little bit in uh, fast mode. So let me click on this direct traffic. So I am direct traffic means the users which will come directly over the site. We are going to track, and comes from visitor comes from or any other direct. So here we have like direct the visitors are coming directly coming on our site. It is coming from the referral URL, or it is some searching from somewhere and then it's coming, or they are coming from the one of the campaign. So here is for simple example direct, and this direct is under the standard audience. If you see there is numbers of the audience type you can target. So first is the traffic source. So this is the traffic source. This is the direct. So I choose this one traffic source. That's why you have selected this. You can see this section traffic source. But you can also you can drag more here like referral URL. If someone is coming on from the referral URL, which match you are going to following. Okay. So this is the simple audience we are going to target. And these are the service based visitor. Let's example, this is for the service based visitor. And we have, created for services page. And here we have selected the page. If you see this one, we have selected the page that we have created in the first place under the implementation. So you require to choose which one you are going with the home page. You would like to go over the insights page. You would like to target the services page. So this is the when you will create the you will try yourself to create. Then you will get the selection, and then you can see the audience. And next is the A/B test. So click. So now we require to create our the A/B test. Okay. So if you click on the create a A/B test, so here is the feature A/B test. So this is the simple. We are going to here. If you see the multivariate test, personalized campaign, multi-armed banded. These are I will try to explain in the upcoming session. But here the simple step for the A/B test. And every test which I have created for the home page, and I targeted for the title. So let's talk about this one. Here I have created like original and two other variation. and these are the divided the same tribe like you know the 33.33% for original one. I would like to divert the our visitors over the page when we are in the running our web experiment. So 33% we will try to target the this audience on the original, and then this one, and we'll see. And this is already in the running status. Okay, so you can see the behavior. If I talk about the reporting section, so this is the like let's before to go into this one, let's see the preview. So you see this is like coming in. This is our title. So that for the home page, and if I go, let me try into incognito mode. Hopefully, I will see something new. Not in green. You see, it means the variation are variation are delivering the content over the visitors for the visitors when we are running the web experiment. So if I go in, might be in the same URL, maybe I will get the green one, even at the same URL. But for text, color is different. I have just given here the simple example. So that's why, here if you see the word difference. So this is the when I was looking the experiment results, here is the different. You will see the results. Whatever you have created for the UI, UI enhancement, you are not going like on the gases, or you are not going like like without judging your content, whatever you are delivering to the audience. So that's why web experimentation features comes into the picture, and that's why we created here a number of variations, and each variation is defined like how many visitors. So these are a little bit predefined. I have created a few days back. So that's why if I target the audience on visitors, or if you see the visitor behavior, 22% are interested into the original, but 44% uh, uh, visitors are interested into variation V, and 33 points, three visitors are interested into variation T. But if you see the capture click events, they are more interested into the variation 2, and this is the 33.3% increase here. So 66.67 captures click events has been captured, and the visitor page services, if you talk, this is the more like improvement. It is 100% improvement it is showing. It, it is 50-50, but it is more, so we can take we can decide which variation is the powerful, and which one we can publish to the up to our site, and to interact more visitor in the sites. So these are the and the on off feature, we have the running status, so you can pause or conclude or archive these, you know your web experimentation as per your requirement. Once you will see the results, then you can pause this audience and deliver the or deliver the meaningful content to the audience. So these are the basic A/B testing features, and simple the settings that I described here. But so I'm not going to type our other A/B testing features right now due to time constraint. I have one or two, but I'm for now I'm just going to stop myself, and I hopefully enjoyed this session, and I will happy to give the answer if you have any.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. There were a couple of questions. One I posted and one like from the Akaspora.
Mhm.
I replied to him, but let me. So he's asking, does Optimizely provide a SaaS instance for exploring purpose? So I replied to him, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. If you are OMVP or the partner company, then you can request a demo account If you are a partner company, you can go to the partner portal to request. And if you are OMVP, you can go to the OMVP portal to request one demo account,
Yeah,
right?
and you, yes, yes, that's true. If your organization is running the optimizely practices, you can go with the optimizely with the organization point of view. They will create one instance for your organization where you can take more advanced like CMP or like reporting or Opal, you know, under the single load, and they can create the instances for you. But if not, then I think they will provide you, the standalone instances, because I have requested for my for one of them for me, then they have easily provided in couple of days.
Okay, next question I posted is like the starter kit that you mentioned in the GitHub account. Is this a storefront to just quick start or is this a demo site?
It is the storefront, I would say, because everyone is following these days this RAM Koji. Okay, so you can pick as the start kit, but you can enhance your application, as per your needed. And I would recommend like for the starting point of view, this is the best.
Okay, thank you. And next question, Manoj asked like just he just dropped, but like his question was like editor URL that
Hmm.
you shown in the settings. Is this a public URL or something else? A CMS URL internal?
That should be the CMS URL, not the public URL.
Okay, your instance URL, right?
Or uh, I think yes, I am little bit having the concern, but let me see what I have set up for this one, so I can give you the exact answer. So one second, because these are the running, so let me go into the implementation.
No worries. Like you can reply to him directly, or you can send the answer to me. Since he dropped, we can take the next question just for the time constraint. Next question from Akash. What about personalization? How can we achieve that after tracking user? Does web experimentation also covers that, or we have separate product for the personalization?
Uh, for the personalization, uh, one second.
I think the
No,
experimentations
no,
is
no, no.
only
Only,
used
yeah,
to.
yes, right. These days, like personalization, is the audience these days. First thing, I was little bit, if we talk about the visitor groups, in the previously we said these the visitor group in the past CMS and or maybe CMS or in CMS 11. These days we call the audiences. Audiences are the visitor groups. So you can personalize your content on
Mhm.
basis of the audience. So you require to define the audience with web experiment plus what we can say. One second, uh, I forget with the data platform. So you can combine both of them. Data platform ODP plus web experiment for more you can personalize more audience. But if you would like to go with the web experiment, then only focus to audience.
Cool. And I think like the experimentation app is only used to show the variations of the same content. But if you want to use the personalization feature, which is part of the CMS, or there is another product available from the Optimizely
Mhm.
to which is a more advanced one, including the AI features as well. You can request and play around that. I think that is available. Cool. I think those are all the questions. If somebody have any question, they can post in the chat or reach out to us on email, on LinkedIn, wherever you can reach out to us. So with that, I will give use. Thanks to Sanjay for joining us and sharing his knowledge and expertise along with these two key features of Optimizely. Thank you, Sanjay, and thank you all the attendees and the organizers of the Optimizely User Group India. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
time. Bye.
Thank you.